Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing really well. Firstly, I just want to apologise for the fact that there wasn't a video last week. I basically just took a week completely offline, almost completely off social media, muted pretty much everybody I follow and just kept the doggy accounts, to be perfectly honest. I think quite a few people are feeling at the moment like the internet is just a little bit of an angsty place at the moment. It kind of feels like everybody's just shouting at each other without actually talking or saying anything to help anybody else. And for me, that's not how I communicate, never has been. And so I wanted to sort of take a little bit of a week off and just think about how I can contribute to the online world, but also in a way that's not just adding to the noise, because there's too much of that right now and it's really overwhelming. So I hope you will forgive the week off. I'm back and I'm very excited to film this video because it's pretty fresh. I mean, these are things that I've really been doing over the past week and a half that I've always known help me, but I've just never really strictly put them into place, if that makes sense. So I hope that they'll help you. I've got my coffee that my husband just made me because he is wonderful. That is something, actually. Has anybody else had this? If you live with your significant other half, now that you're in lockdown and you're spending all the time together, you start noticing things about their routine that you didn't know. Like, I have discovered that 11 AM is coffee time, and we will have coffee every day at 11 AM, and like, I'm not mad about it. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Heather. I'm a professional viola player, and since lockdown has started, I've basically just been channeling all my energy into making YouTube videos about freelance musician life, my experiences at music college, transitioning out of that period of your life, going off into the wide, scary world of freelancing, being self-employed, all that kind of stuff. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, please do subscribe and join. This channel is a place where I just really want to show the positive side of this industry. I think, as with all things, the negative side of stuff can often get so much more airtime, and to be honest, like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. So yeah, if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, please do subscribe and just like this video because, you know, I mean, you've made it this far. We all have times where we just feel super unmotivated and kind of overwhelmed, and we don't want to do anything, let alone something useful. So these are just a few things that I've come up with from chatting to other people, my own experience, and how we can come out the other side of those times absolutely kicking some butt. I challenge anyone to listen to the soundtrack of the musical Six and not come away like feeling really, I don't know, just kind of pumped up and inspired. I love listening to musicals whenever I'm feeling kind of low or a bit down. They're just that thing that immediately lifts my spirits and just kind of makes me want to, yeah, get back on things and do something, invest in that time of things that I know will make a difference or will make things better, whatever. So musicals, absolutely. I did a video all about like the music that made me, I think I called it, and I'll link that up here so you can go check it out if you want to see that. But all of the things I talk about in that video are basically all the pieces and the music that I go back to every time that I'm just feeling a bit down. Everyone will have completely different methods of doing things and they won't all work for you, but you may just find that one thing which is like the absolute golden ticket that will get you motivated again or get you feeling more upbeat. And just asking other people how they do things generally is a great way to start. People love being asked this kind of stuff and people love talking about it. So just ask some people around you, friends, family, colleagues, people that you trust and you don't mind being a little bit vulnerable with, what they do when they're feeling a bit down. And you may find that you really help them out as well, because I think this is definitely something that we can sort of feel, maybe bad isn't the right word, but you know what I mean. We can feel like we shouldn't be unmotivated, particularly at the moment when everything is like, yeah, let's hustle, let's do this, use all this free time that you've suddenly got, blah, 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 blah. And again, that in itself is overwhelming. So just chatting to people, being vulnerable and saying, hey, I'm not feelings are great at the moment and I kind of need to get back on track, or I want to get back on track, you know, whatever that looks like. It can open up some really cool conversations. So yeah, just ask other people. I am the absolute worst for not allowing myself to sit in any kind of negative emotion. I hate it. Makes me feel ick. If I'm watching TV and it's like awkward or cringy, or there's like people feeling bad, I just want to like fast forward it and get it over with as fast as possible. But my issues aside, feelings of being overwhelmed will pass, and it may take a few hours, days, weeks, whatever, but it will pass. And you can learn so much about yourself in these times if you just go easy on yourself, be gentle, and accept what you need to do to make yourself feel a bit better. That might be just, you know, having a duvet day, watching films and eating pizza. And I am very on board with this idea. But then for other people, it's going out and doing a long run. It looks totally, totally different, and that's okay. So just be gentle with yourself and know it will pass, and it's okay to feel like that for a bit. Now, you've probably heard people talk about doing mood boards and writing down your goals for the year and all this kind of stuff. And for so long, all that kind of thing just made me cringe so hard, I have to be honest, because I was just like, but, you know, how does that actually help? Do you not just then get overwhelmed by the fact that you've given yourself this like goal to achieve? And I just didn't really get it. But then I started following this girl on Instagram. I'll put her handle here on the screen so that you can go find her. But she put up just a post, very simple post, about how she planned out her practice. And I was like, oh, that looks quite fun. I quite like that, because, you know, she sort of highlighted it and, you know, made it look all pretty. It was very aesthetic. And I have now been doing that. And if I write in my planner, because I have this like weekly planner, just keeps my head on straight, plan practice, and I'll write it out in my notebook and I'll, you know, put all the highlighters and everything. By the time I finish doing that, I am well excited to practice. I'm up for it because I have a plan. I know what to do. It's made it so much more simple rather than just making it this practice and go get better, which is what I am so prone to doing. But ever since I've been writing out what I want to do in that practice time, I'll literally break it down into chunks of like warm up and then scales and then excerpts and, you know, the whole shebang. And I find that I can get through my practice and it goes like that. It goes so fast. So sit down with a pen and a paper, put it into a spreadsheet, do a mind map, do a mood board, whatever, but actually plan out what you want to do. And that doesn't have to be any big grandiose plan. It could be as simple as do the washing up, watch this film, because my friend won't stop going on about it, and quite frankly the best thing to do to save both our times just to watch it. Or it might be like I was saying with my practice, planning out what you want to achieve during your practice session. It makes just the world of difference. And honestly, I have actually been really, really shocked at how much I've enjoyed doing it. Put simply, what did you do before that worked? Do that again. This goes back to learning how you work and how you can get yourself back to being at your best. You know you better than anyone else, and just think back to times where you felt a bit overwhelmed, you felt unmotivated, you didn't want to do anything. What got you out of that? And yeah, just do that again. So often we can think, oh, I must need like try something new, do this, and it's exhausting. So just do what worked the time before and you'll be just fine. So that's it. That's the end of this video. I do not want it to be a long one. Please do come and follow me on Instagram. I tend to put out like little morning thoughts and just a few more posts and stuff around all these subjects. So like I said, if it's something that interests you, come check it out there. I've also got a Facebook page. Obviously subscribe and like this video. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. I hope you have the best week ever. Enjoy the fact that restrictions are starting to ease. Be safe, be sensible, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Since lockdown started, I have basically been trying to like fast forward it and get it over with as fast as possible. police helicopter keeps flying over, which is worrying and annoying.